What's up, guys? This is OddsAre here. I'm bringing you guys my Week 2 and Week 3 match of the BBR D-League. And let's kind of get right on into this. So for this game in Week 2, I did not have my my Switch. Nintendo basically told me no, and I lost my I lost internet access to my Switch. Basically, I decided to gen whenever I had a competition opened, and they saw that I was using a hack Switch and completely removed that from me. So I had to go purchase a new Switch. Gladly, I was able to do that. Shoutouts to Olivasama or Liv. She really helped me out quite a bit. Her link will be down in the description below as well. I really do appreciate it. And other than that, let's just jump on into the match. So from what I remember, it's been a little bit since I've seen this battle, but I know I'm lead Slitherwing. Other than that, Slowbro does really well this game. Garchomp is a Chi-Yu check to some degree. It's not very great, especially with Terra Fairy. But I am Roselia Berry. I'm able to take one and then attack it back. If it is something like Scarf, then we're in a little bit of a pickle, but we're basically trying to maneuver myself into a win here. I do think Chien-Poa probably could have been slightly better. I was Terra Dark. I think Terra Electric was probably better in the matchup, and I went Terra Dark because I could 2-hit KO Corviknight. You might see somewhere in this match, it didn't do it how it was supposed to. Other than that, let's just get on into the game. My lead is lead Slitherwing, like I said, and then we'll get into his lead, which was Spite Ops. So let's fast forward through this. I do lead Slitherwing. He does go out into Spite Ops. I'm wanting to basically gain a speed boost and then go out, then kill this thing with an Acrobatics. So that's basically what I do. If he gets a spike or a T-spike up or something along those lines, webs, I do have to eventually get a defog out, and that will most likely get into allow him into Annihilate. So we're going to try and stop that. He does opt to just click Aerial Ace. It does a pretty big chunk, but I'm okay with taking that because a web or a spike did not get up on the field. So this goes through. We are able to kill off this Spite Ops, and then Slitherwing does go down to the Sylveon switch in. So after that, I do end up going. I'm trying to figure out which mon best helps me not allow a wish from Sylveon. There's a few different options. Garchomp isn't one. Slowbro could be. It's not great. Sylveon could be. Also, I probably could have just Chien-Poa'd as well. Chien-Poa is a very strong mon, and with the damage from Slitherwing, some type of either Black Glasses hit could potentially do close to half. The Sylveon's not a very good physically defensive Pokemon, and it might have been in range of attacking after the close combat from Slitherwing. Let's go back out here. I do end up going into Sylveon. It was pretty close. Depending on the set, I could potentially knock it out with a Hyper Voice, but this also forces him to wish up, which I didn't know that was most likely was happening, and I wanted to see if he had Protect or not, and he showed he did. He was Protect. After we get through here, he goes out into Corviknight. I switch out into my Slowbro, and we have a little bit of yawn shenanigans with Slowbro for a couple of turns. I'm basically trying to get myself in a position or force him to have a Pokemon fall asleep. It didn't really happen, and he did eventually go out into I believe he went out into Not this one. This is still a little bit of sleep shenanigans. He goes out into Annihilate, I believe. I click Psychic move because this is a pretty close to a 3-8 KO for me. And this is my check to Annihilate, is Slowbro. And if I... there was a couple different sets I was thinking about doing. I was, for a while, thinking about a Calm Mind set, but what kind of deterred me was that I was losing to... I'm trying to think. What was I losing to? It was... Yeah, he had... it was Chi-Yu. Chi-Yu just completely destroys Slowbro. With Dark Pulse and stuff like that. Even with a couple of Calm Minds, it still does a really huge chunk, and it wasn't worth the set. So I decided to opt for Yawn instead, and I believe he shows Taunt here whenever I click I click Yawn on it. He taunts me, and then I decide to click Psychic on here. He switches out into the Corv, I believe, here. Yeah, he does taunt me here. Slowbro just sits here for a second. He because Rage Fist is now just procced. It's not doing too much. I think he switched out earlier that I kind of glided through too much. The main thing here is that Slowbro is my check to this, and at this point he is bulking up. I am Scarf Sylveon, so I am fine with this, but this is a little bit scary. This play here. So I hit 2 Psychics versus him, or 3. I think I hit 3 Psychics versus him. He did 2 bulk ups and a taunt. So Slowbro is a very important Pokemon for this team. It deals with everything that is not named Chi-Yu, and this is one of the worst plays that I possibly could have done in this scenario. Slowbro eats everything from every single Pokemon not named Chi-Yu. And what do? I decide to sack Slowbro. I decided to sack Slowbro here, and I believe that was the worst play I could have made. Slowbro does so good to this team. I needed Sylveon. Corviknight was my least useful member of the team, especially since I didn't have Roost on it, and you'll see that biting me in the ass quite a bit later. But Corviknight was the Pokemon to sack. It was definitely not Slowbro. But that does happen. Slowbro does go down here. We'll see that. Slowbro does go down. He does live 2. If he's boosted to 100, I do live 1. But at 150, every single Slowbro dies to a 150 base Rage Fist. I do go out into my Scarf Sylveon, and I'm pretty sure this tells him that I'm Scarf, because I do outspeed and kill this Annihilate. He does go out into his own Sylveon after the Annihilate's death. He goes out into Corviknight. I switch out into my own Corviknight, just trying to... because I don't have a switch into Corviknight anymore because I sacked my Slowbro, and my Corviknight also can't really touch his Corviknight, so we're kind of completely useless. I do switch out into Garchomp because this is the only real Pokemon that I can even deal any damage to Corviknight to. What I need from Corviknight is about 40% from it, and with some Rough Skin Chip, we're getting close. We're getting really, really close to Chien-Poa win. He needs to be just not. He cannot be at full HP. That's the only thing. So getting rocks up, or getting rocks up would be really good here. Damage on Sylveon is actually really good as well for me, since I am Roselia Berry. I don't lose anything from clicking rocks or clicking Earthquake here. So that is going to be my plays. I'm going to click Earthquake. So removing Sylveon is another thing that's really good for Chien-Poa. I need to weaken Sylveon, and I need to get rocks up at some point. I do the first step, which is weaken Sylveon to a point where it's not a check to Chien-Poa, and it has to wish up on something. The only thing it can really wish up on is Corviknight, I do believe. Other than that, Corviknight, I don't think he can wish up on much. He does go out into Corviknight here, and I believe I predict this, and no, I don't. I do go out into Garchomp, click Earthquake again, trying to kill off the Sylveon. He does go out into Corviknight, and I just need rocks. Yeah, I need to put rocks on the field. Just put rocks on the field, Brody. Just do it for me. I miss a Fire Blast. I don't put rocks on the field. Oh, guess what? I didn't do it again. Then I switch out into Corviknight because I was thinking, oh, I need Corviknight for Lycanroc, but I have a Slowbro. Slowbro. I'm sorry. I'm still hung up on the sacking of Slowbro, but Corviknight is my semi-check to this because I don't have Roost. It's not really a check anymore, and it's just kind of a pivot into Lycanroc. And that's basically what it is. Since it is -2, a sucker from Chien-Poa will be able to kill it. But I can now only offensively pressure the Lycanroc, and I don't have a switch in anymore. But that's fine. We're able to live, and this is a roll in his favor, or in my favor, I believe, to kill. And because he's at -2, -4 because of another CC, I would most likely kill with a body press. And I believe that's what I do. What did I do here? What move did I click? Okay, he does send out Metallica, which is what I expected from this, but I do believe I just end up clicking Iron Head, which does about the same, which would be the move to hit Lycanroc because Brave Bird doesn't do anything. He goes out into this. I have to go out into, I believe I go out into Garchomp. He switches out. At some point I do need to get rocks up. I decide to sack the Corviknight here, and then I go out into Chien-Poa and I click Dark Move. He goes out into Chi-Yu. He actually did a really good play here because technically Chien-Poa could have swept here. With everything he has left, the Chi-Yu, the Corviknight, and I believe it was the Lycanroc. The Chi-Yu, the Corviknight, and the Lycanroc all die to Chien-Poa. I Terra Sucker, it dies. Or no, I'm sorry. I Terra Crunch, I believe, on the Fairy type. If he is Fairy type, I don't kill him. But if he is Terra Fire, I 100% kill him, except if he's a Scarf set. Right, and I'm expecting Scarf set here, so I decide to play it safe, and I can still win this point, and I want to gain some information, so I decide to ultimately sack. I believe I end up sacking Garchomp here. Yeah, I end up sacking Garchomp here, seeing what he goes for, but he decides to not Terra, and attack straight into the Garchomp. And gladly, this was so huge for me, he misses this. So now I get to determine what type of set he is. So because he missed the overheat, I now can determine what he is. Is he faster than me? Is he slow? Like, is he Scarf? Is he Specs? Is he non-choice lock? And with that, I end up, I believe, clicking Earthquake here. Or, Yeah, I end up clicking Earthquake there, basically being forced to. He goes out into Corviknight. I click Fire Blast because I need to keep this thing pretty low, and that crit was not that important, honestly, because I never was able to keep Corviknight low enough for Chien-Poa. He's able to stall me out of a Fire Blast because of pressure, and this just felt so bad. And I can't throw Chien-Poa out now. Yeah, this was just a rough set for me. If I got rocks up earlier, if I got rocks up on the Chi-Yu, if he had Scarf Chi-Yu, that was fine. Then I know he's locked into Overheat. It was just such a hard call to make, and now knowing he is most likely not Scarf, we're actually in a pretty decent position. But the huge hurdle is Corviknight right now. I am not able to get around it as of yet, because if he roosts and gets to 100%, Chien-Poa cannot kill it, and we have to get an ounce of chip on it, just minuscule amount of chip on it, and he's able to just freely roost back up the HP. Because I click Fire Blast again, I miss, he roosts on me, then he goes out into Sunflower, I go back out into Chomp, he goes back out into Metallica, and this whole process continues and continues, and I just eventually I lose to Metallica because I have no more Fire Blasts. I am pretty much out of luck. I don't have anything I can really do. I could potentially Dragon Tail something out. I could throw Stealth Rocks, but he's always going to get the rocks away. There's not much I can do about that. I have to kind of I go out into Chien-Poa on a defog. After that, he does click Body Press, does a large amount to me. He's very close to in range, right? It's a roll, I believe, but it's just not enough. You'll see here, it's just barely not enough. I'm trying. Let's see. Yeah, he clicks Body Press here, finishing off the Chien-Poa. I was so close. Let me. I want to see if I can get this just right. Yeah, we're going to click Throat Chop. Sorry, not Crunch. Throat Chop for the Sylveon. I click Crunch, and that's leftovers damage. If it wasn't leftovers, if I was able to remove the leftovers somehow, then that thing was dead. It was a Rocky Helmet, the rough skin damage, just barely out of range. And if I was able to get that, I was then able to kill the Chi-Yu, because I know it's not Scarf. I can pick Throat Chop or something along the lines, depending on if he's Fairy or not. He hasn't shown, but I'd have to assume that he's not Fairy and play for that out. But it's just that sliver. He does Body Press, finishing off Chien-Poa, and I am forced to go out into Sylveon here. He switches out into his own Sylveon. I finish that off. I think there might have been another play, actually. He does show Terra into Fire. If he was Terra Fairy, I was actually in a okay position, because he might have finished me off, but I would do a lot of I'd actually do quite a bit of damage to Chi-Yu with a Hyper Voice. I still say I might have been able to. This was so rough, right? Because if he was Terra Fairy, then the Chien-Poa was not my win con. It was Sylveon. But it just happened he was Fire. I didn't have any inkling of which one he could have been. I was more predicting Fairy, because I felt like it was able to deal with my checks more effectively. Like my only real check, which is Garchomp. And you can maybe say not even Slowbro. Yeah, I mean, like, my only real check is Garchomp, and I was originally AV. That might have helped me in this match in particular and how he built his team. But since I wasn't, I had to I had to go Rezelia just for the Terra Fairy Chiyu, be able to live one and then potentially knock it out depending on the set. I thought about Scarf as well. It just didn't fit. And but he did end up going to fire. Sylveon's going to do negligible amounts of damage, and this pretty much wraps up the game here. He does end up killing this Sylveon. That was so close, right? It's just unfortunate. I think that was actually a roll. I could be wrong. I wanna actually see this damage calculator. I believe he told me he was Specs Chiyu. Choice Specs versus Sylveon. No, and Overheat always killed me. I do think I had a little bit of HP investment, but not enough where that mattered. That always a modest Chiyu would always kill me. If he was timid, because I don't know his set specifically, depending on my HP investment, it could have been a roll, but it is what it is. But yeah, Chiyu just kind of completely drops this for Garchomp. I don't think I was. I don't remember my HP investment specifically, but at -2, Overheat should do about 34 to 40% to me, and I'm pretty much completely out of that range. I'm completely in that range, so I have pretty much one play here, right? And that is detailing on the switch out into. Okay, I guess the main question is, do I want to get better differential, or do I want to have a chance of winning? And I definitely chose the chance of winning option, right? Because Earthquake is so obvious. Maybe he might try and save differential, or do something along those lines versus Garchomp. The other play that I could have done, which might have been the correct play, it really depends. It's either click Stealth Rocks. These are options to try and win the game, right? Is either click Stealth Rocks or Dragon Tail. Stealth Rocks is if he stays in and misses an Overheat. That is option 1 right there. Option 2 is clicking Detail on the switch out, killing the Corviknight, and bringing the Chiyu back in, and then I win with Earthquake. Those are the two options to potentially win. Is either him missing an Overheat, or if he switches out into Corviknight. If he switches out into Corviknight and I click Rocks, I lose. But I lose 2-0. This same thing happens as what it currently happens here if he stays in. If he stays in and I click Detail or Stealth Rocks, I lose. But if he switches out, I have a better chance of... I felt I had a better chance of him switching out than I had a chance of him missing Overheat. So that's what I went with. And I watched back his video. He was hovering. Corviknight. I was so close. And it didn't happen. It didn't work. Sadly, he was pressure Corviknight, and I lost 4 Fire Blasts. I completely forgot about that in prep. I should have prioritized rocks more. If I was able to keep rocks on the field, this would have been a completely different game. And like you saw the minuscule amount of HP that Corviknight had left on the Chien-Poa attack. If it was that, and I just had to deal with him being had to guess between him being Terra Fairy or Terra Fire, I would have taken that gamble and just chose, had to choose whichever one. I had to hope that he was Terra Fire basically at that point, and potentially win the game with Chien-Poa. But I wasn't able to get rocks up on the field. He was able to preserve the Corviknight very, very well, and sadly we do end this with a 2-0 loss because he does opt to just click Overheat on me. And we die. Let me see if I did end up clicking Dragon Tail. That was the play that I decided to do, and we just get annihilated by this overheat. Dragon Tail was still a good play if he did end up staying in, because depending on if he missed. Like it gave me two opportunities, right? If he switched out, good. If he, oh wait, no. Yeah, this doesn't work. If he misses, I detail into Corviknight roosts up. Never mind, that does not work. But he does just click the overheat, killing the Garchomp. I wanted to try and win. I didn't want to just take differential. From week 1, we were doing pretty well on differential, so I thought it was fine to do that, but that's how games go. Garchomp does go down to Chi-Yu, and that is my week 2 match. Very close game. A few miss opportunities on my part. Not being able to keep rocks up on the field, not prioritizing rocks. I'm very awful at doing that, and I'm going to try my hardest the rest of the season to make sure I get rocks up on the field when I can, and try and keep them up on the field, because they're so important. They're so important, and I don't prioritize them. And other than that, great game to you, Sceptile. You did. It was a great match, very close match. Just a few things I wish I had back, but anyways, it was a great match, a great game to you, man. And we'll see you guys into our week 3 match. That will be a live comm match, and we'll go to Live Brody versus Hayes and his I think New Orleans Noivern. A great friend of mine, very good player, probably the best player in D-League. We're going to have his work cut out for us. Good thing is he's a little handicapped with his team. Sorry for intro number 2, but here is week 3's match. See you there. What's up, guys? This is OddsAre here. I'm bringing you guys week 3 of the BBR D-League. We're facing off versus Hayes. My week 2 opponent I had to drop, so we got a new replacement, which is with Hayes. And I definitely think this matchup was pretty decent for me. The team that Hayes took over was not probably the best, but he did make some really good changes for week 4. Just sadly, he had to keep with his old changes for the week 3, because we were already really late into the week, and I need to try and search again. That's fine. Let's see if we can search and grab him real fast, and we'll cut into that. Never mind. Okay, yeah, pretty much everything expected. I have not, yeah, everything I pretty much expected. We're going to just run Slitherwing right into the ground once again, and we'll figure out everything else. Corviknight is pretty good this week. Slowbro is good this week. Dunsparce, it allows me to not lose to Houndstone. I think this is great, and we'll just deal with the teams as we go. I'll try and explain it. Yeah. We lead Slither. Nothing he thought was really surprising to me necessarily. Let's see what he. Yeah. All right, we are into the battle. Me versus Hayes, week 3. What he'll lead. Ooh, we have the Pokemon. Nice. He does. Probably. Oh, yeah, he kills like 5 of me. Okay. Man, this really sucks. I do lose the booster energy, but I think this is probably just the play. I go out into Slowbro. Too much. Maybe I should just stayed in, but that is what it is. Maybe he doesn't have Brave Bird, I'm not really necessarily sure, or he just assumed I'd switch. But we're just going to take it nice and chill this week, and Bro, is that about 100%? No, it's okay. I don't want this Quiver Dance on me. I believe I should live a Giga. I'm going to Thunder Wave. Okay, and that kills Slowbro. Fantastic. No boost Volcarona. It is hitting that. I can go out and do Guard Chomp here. Just go out. Guard Chomp. Nothing really wants to take an Earthquake. Let's just draw Earthquake. This withdraw. Into Houndstone. Okay. Does a pretty solid chunk. Go out to done. So this must be more of a bulky Houndstone set. Last Respects is always going to be dangerous, but you need to keep Dunsparce alive. If he goes out into like Volcarona or something, to prevent the setup, I'm going to make a P-Wave. Then I will go back out into the guard top most likely. I believe he's fire and grass as well for this Terra. The old Terra counts. Doesn't know just the rest, which is interesting. That's fine by me. Okay. I'm going to put Blair. Oh wait, no, I'm not paying attention. If he switches, this is a huge play, but I'm not paying attention. He's just currently asleep, so I cannot glare him. He just withdraws, so this does work in my favor. It works in my favor pretty well. Dead. So my probable answer isn't really here. I think I can probably Corvin Knight, because that or go Slitherwing, but a Brave Bird will. Yeah, I think this is fine. Dunspark does come back. I am Iron Defense set, so I should be able to. Fantastic. I am going to Iron Defense. He shouldn't go straight out into Volcarona because I can just easily throw off a Brave Bird. And then after this Iron Defense, I'll just throw a Brave Bird out to hopefully kill something. Nice and faster with the paralyzed than he is with combat. Close combat, this Brave Bird should definitely kill. I am happy with those just bring him right back out into Volcarona, which is fine. But I do end up killing. Yeah, Solaris can go out right now. And if he Pokemon. I want guard down here. I don't believe this is Slowbro. This is that was that's fine. He does transform. Critical hit, sadly. I can just easily just quick earthquake. Withdrawals. Out comes Houndstone. It's fine by me. kill. That's fine. And then let's just Garchomp can't come back into Volcarona, but if he does quiver, I can still outspeed him to kill. So that's good. You keep him in the back. But Houndstone's gone. Not to worry about that. Volcarona won't come out here. What else do we bring out? Maybe Lycanroc to some degree, because my defensive pivots are kinda not alive anymore. Lucky. That's Albert. This is so unfortunate. I think Corviknight is the play, because I do believe Corviknight lives anything if he attacks, and then if he does opt to D-Dance, Corviknight should live something, and I can Body Press. No rocks are on the field, so I shard. Easy enough. It can't really do much to me. I think I am just going to, I guess my question is, what is my sack if, once he does go out into Volcarona, possibly go out into Volcarona on this Roost. I think I still need to do that for this team. I'm going to Roost here, back Calvert, and he does end up deciding to Sword Stance. That is fantastic. I do Roost that. So, fine by me. Okay. B-Click Body Press. I will live this pretty well. Not pretty well, but we do live this. Okay. Okay, okie dokie. Okie dokie. He is a +2 to Excalibur. I use Sword Stance at +2. I don't need to lose this. It's very unfortunate. Archetype doesn't do too much. I'm just gonna make sure that he can't SD again. Off the Blade Rug. Fine by me. Corviknight dead. I can go out and Chien-Poa here. Yeah, I can definitely sucker here, but how are you going to just try and get the chip that he can? He's Brave Rush, so anything I do click will kill him. What do you want to switch out? What do you want to switch out? He might just want to. I think he might just want to sack this thing. I'm going to just sucker punch. If he switches out, he switches out. He does withdraw. That's fine by me. Venom. Brimstone. I don't know Brick Break. I should have just the break. Oh, that's a good. With Terra... No, not with Paradark. I think on the set, I think I need to... Let's Icicle Crash here. They draw off the Reflect. So a Icicle Crash into a... Brick Break will kill me. Or it will not. Okay.
Okay, I guess I'm looking at the wrong count. That's fine. I'm gonna go out into the Dun Sparse. So that's a 91 to 107. I think that's the difference. Fine by me. Quick play. Okay, so he is taunt, reflect. Okay. I do just lose this. At some point, I'm going to get Chien-Poa and then be able to quick break against something. How well does Chien-Poa versus Gold? Aggressive switch. Probably not the play to do. I don't know if he stays in or not. I just think the rover on a switching for him. Hard shot. Backs will come out here. I do believe the Dun Sparse Clip Slitherwing is probably my weakest member. No, first impression is still pretty good. I think the Dun Sparse is probably my weakest Pokemon here, and it can help stop setups as well with Flare. If it does. I'm not going to probably live anything from this Baxcalibur, but I am going to kick Flare just in case. If he wants to SU on me or something. And then I can go out into Chien-Poa after this thing dies and claim, hopefully. Done. Play me well. Do the play rush. Yeah, that kills 100%. We go out and do Chien-Poa and we quick brick break. Fine by me. He is most likely going to Ice Shard. I know damage on Chien-Poa's damage on it, so we'll just do that. But Brick Break is my play. If he wants to go out into Grimmsnarl, then this should be a 2-hit KO. He does withdraw. This should be a 2-hit KO. Especially where it's at. Yeah. Fantastic. Fine by me. I'm going to Brick Break again. If he wants to try and throw up a last minute reflect. If he has fantastic. Okay. So I really what I'm necessarily afraid of with Chien-Poa. Volcarona I'm not afraid of. Fluffy I'm not afraid of. I don't think I'm necessarily afraid of Lightning Rock Dusk either. Dusk is a little scary to me, but I am in on him. I have a hard time switching into it, but since I'm in, I don't think Solar Rock kills me. Probably only a turn or two more before Solar Rock kills me. Yeah? Is that right? Oh, I'm just dark type. Okay, so yeah, I do live this. We're gonna brick break. Solar Rock brings me down to half. I maybe can get 2. Okay, I might be able to get 1. Oh, Ice Shard might take me out of range. It might take me in range of Ice Shard. No, I have to hope that he gets paralyzed. Probably. That's just the nice is to go out into Excalibur and click Ice Shard. Does that yeah, I'm definitely within range of that. I'm going to click Brick Break and click Ice Shard. Gets it off. Good on him. That's fine by me. Volcarona is going to be a little tricky because I do have Garchomp in the back, but it is also a Volcarona. Let's go out into Slitherwing and we can just click Close Combat. I guess I should probably see what is probably the best to hit Volcarona as well. Close Combat still is going to do a lot. And with Close Combat, he does withdraw. I need to keep this alive. Yeah, I need to keep this alive actually. If he quivers, I can still outspeed with Garchomp. But I think I need a Slitherwing alive to be able to deal with Excalibur. If he quivers, I'm fine. But if he attacks me, then there's the problem. He does off the Fairy Dance. This is probably this close. Nah. Takes it. I know what I need to do. I need to sub here because he's expecting the first impression. I'm going to sub on the Excalibur. On the Excalibur switch. I have first impression, but he knows that I have it as well. He has to play like I have it. And he isn't. Interesting. Okay. Bad play on my part. Really? Fuck. Okay, that's game. That's 3. But I won there if I first impression. Really interesting. Okay, that's week 3 of BBR. Good game to you, Hayes. Really close 50-50 there at the end. But GG. We're not doing so great here, but hopefully after week 3 we can bounce back next week. Hope to see you guys next week, and we'll see you guys then later.